Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world, we are live here from Viva Las Vegas, here at the Bull Ring. Just an itty bitty baby little, I'm not good at my fractions, but there it is. Itty bitty tiny little thing. But as always, we'll bring up your peg legs pointer. Let me grab the driver. TR, Sox up here in the Rebels booth. Why don't you give us the peg legs pointers? You know the gist.
All right, there's the start finish line. This is turn one. You break down turn one, turn left. Up high on the straightaway, brake down into turn three. Roll into it off turn four. And you're across start finish line again. You do that over and over for 125 laps and try not to miss a mark and be slow. And if you don't do that, you win the race. So that's kind of the pointer is don't be slow and don't miss your marks.
You got any do's or don'ts, since that was rather quick?
Don't let Rick run you over from behind like he's trying to do right now. Well, I guess Cody's not in the race tonight, so they're really trying to screw with me right now.
There's a few in your rearview mirror that are harassing you. Alrighty, well, that was short, sweet.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of rearview mirrors going on. Alrighty. So, yeah, well, short and sweet to the point. Drive fast, turn left.
Hope we get a chance to talk to you here in a little bit.
No problem. Hell.
Alrighty, that was short, sweet, and to the point with Mr. TR, Tyler Wright, and that Reaper Racing, Velocity Motorsports 650. Wrapping up warm-ups and on to the 7-car grid. Be real short and sweet to run through this one as well. Kieran Church on the pole with a 13.93. Jason Warren's just off of that with a 14-something. Rick Rube in third. Josh Oswald going to roll off in the fourth spot. Matt Knighty's rounding out your top five. Tyler Rice, your peg legs pointer. Driver in sixth. And Chuck Phelps, peg leg himself, going to roll off in seventh. Before we kick things off, we'll do a quick and dirty glance at the points. Jason Warren, your points leader, 297. Josh Oswald, quite the distance back. No wins on the season. And 17 points back with just a few races left in the season. We'll pull up that Tour Mod schedule real quick. So here we are. We have, not counting tonight, we have just 3 races remaining on the schedule and a 17-point lead. These smaller fields are playing into Jason Warren's hands with the points lead. A lot of other series kicking off with the release of the late model stock, and some of the big name series like Sarah and ITZR are poaching the big guys, the big dogs. But the E7 are the ones that are committed to the points hunt. Appreciate them showing up, so I got something to talk about. Lights in the pace car are off, making that hard left-hand turn. Church and Warren going to lead him to the green, kick the tires, and light the fires. We are green flag racing. Kieran on bottom, going to get the drive off. Jason Warren has the gap to get down and stop the bleeding early. Tucks down into that second spot right behind Church. Get a good view of the whole field. Josh Oswald slipping back behind Tyler Rice there for the 5th spot. Pretty tame here, 3 laps in. Rick Rube running in that 3rd spot. Tyler Rice up 2 spots in the 4th. Josh Oswald gliding this time. A little bit of damage there on that front bumper. I'm not sure, maybe he got into the back of that 6 machine. Tyler Rice really driving it in. Had to check up big for the 81. 6 complete. Not much has changed in your running order. Chuck Phelps has moved up. Matt Knighty's slow and off the pace. We got an event for it. Let's take a peek back at it. That 64 machine looks rather loose and on the edge of out of control. And there she goes. Keeps her rolling. And off the racing surface, we stay green flag. Back up front we go. Church, Warren, Rube, your top 3. Like Warren and Church are starting to put a bit of a gap there on Rick Rube. It's about 6/10 and growing. Well down. Several more to go. Seems like Tyler Rice and Josh Oswald still locked in a pretty heated battle here. 2/10 the gap. Tyler Rice just a skosh faster than Oswald. Tyler Rice's fast lap a 13.99. Josh Oswald with a 14 flat. Tyler Rice 14.09, 14.3 out of Oswald last time around. Really hard to pass, really hard to get a run and get underneath somebody unless they make a mistake. So what it's going to come down to is Tyler Rice just being absolutely consistent for the next 100 and some odd laps. Oswald is there, lacks the run off. As Kieran Church has lapped Matt Knighty's and put a bit of a gap there on Jason Warren. Almost 7/10. Give you a visual representation of what that looks like. Everybody's spaced out, but that gap between Tyler Rice and Rick Rube is closing. Great battle here for the 4th spot. Looks like it's about to be a 3-car battle for the 3rd spot here. Pretty shortly if Tyler Rice keeps clicking off these lightning fast laps and running down Rube. Josh Oswald there, ready to pounce as well. As we've knocked off 22 laps so far. The gap between the leader and 2nd place is now almost a second. See huge gap. You see the big Vegas Motor Speedways there in the background. site of some great racing action in the Cup Series a few weeks ago. William Byron came home victorious there. Was able to go back to back. Did not have the luck he needed in Phoenix. Actually, no, I think he started the back to back there. Yep, he started the back-to-back there. He won at Vegas in the Pennzoil 400 and the Ruoff Mortgage 500 at Phoenix. Won those back-to-back. Drivers like Kurt and Kyle Busch cut their teeth here in the beginning stages of their career. A lot of West Coast guys made laps here. So you can see the gap between Rube and Rice has grown a little bit. But the gap between Rice and Oswald is still the same. There's also a dirt track on the Las Vegas Motor Speedway grounds. Unfortunately, iRacing will not give it to us for whatever reason. There's one at Texas as well. Of course, the dirt track at Charlotte, a very popular dirt track on iRacing. Permanent grandstand seatings, 5,400. Repaved in 2000. Kieran Church still your leader after 38 laps. Jason Warren running in second. Rick Rube in the third spot. Tyler Rice running fourth with Josh Oswald very close in tow. These two have been nose to tail, bumper to bumper since the drop of the flag. Chuck Phelps rolling around in sixth. Matt Knight is just ahead of him, who is one lap down, rounding out your 7-car field. Got Kevin Kinder in the chat, taking the Oklahoma boy. As this is Rick Rube, Jason Warren making a mistake. Let's see if we can't find that. Oh, comes up out of the corner, finds the wall, climbs it, gets down. It's going to let Rick Rube catch back up and pass Jason Warren. Jason Warren looking to regroup and make another run at Rick Rube to get the second place back. Warren is... Rick Rube was faster that time around than Jason Warren by about a tenth. The gaps are about the same. There's that battle for the fourth spot still. Oswald has the run in. Tyler Rice keeps him checked up and gets the run off. Jason Warren may have bent something because Rick Rube is pulling away and Jason Warren is falling back into the clutches of the 6 machine. A little slip up there from Tyler Rice. Going to let Josh Oswald by. Oh, Josh got the run. Was able to move up the track. Tyler Rice and let him go. Josh Oswald finally in free and clear track. Going to have a chance to run down the 45 of Jason Warren and close that points gap just a little bit. Jason Warren, I believe, eyeing his first Thunderstruck Tour Mod Championship. Pretty tight little battle here for the second spot as Kieran Church is 3 seconds out. Absolutely in another zip code. He's all the way in Reno right now. While these two duke it out for the second spot. Jason Warren definitely faster than the 81 of Rube. Warren just a little bit smoother here in the corners. Apexing a little bit later, trying to keep momentum built up. As I start saying that, Rick Rube starts to pull away. While Josh Oswald begins to reel in the 45. Pretty tame racing action so far. Waiting for something to happen. 65 in. Coming up on that halfway point. Ooh, Jason Warren slides it a little bit there. Keeps the car underneath him. Catches the apron, car's getting loose. Feeling the pressure there from the 17 machine. Ooh, Rick Rube makes a mistake and is slow. Gonna fall back to Jason Warren. Here we go. We got the battle for second with 3 cars. Coming up on the lap car of Matt 90s. Jason Warren drives it in deep. Pulls the gap there on Rube. Trying to get away from Josh Oswald. 90s still there on the bottom. Rube gonna catch him here in the next. There he goes. 90s pulls up to the top. Lets these guys by. No issue from him. Jason Warren fighting a little bit of a loose race car there in the center. Let's hop in that machine, see if we can't figure out what's going on with it. Here we are inside that 45 machine. Almost parked it in the corner in center, trying to get it to drive off. Flirting with disaster, point of that apron though. Onto the rumble strips. Gets the drive in. Oh, Josh Oswald sneaks on by. Let's get another look at that from outside the car. Josh had the run on the inside, out of the corner. Warren checks up and lets him by. Just under 50 to go. Josh Oswald up 1 spot into third. Jason Warren falling outside of the top 3. Kieran Church almost 4 seconds over Rube. Rube 6/10 over Oswald. Oswald looking to close that gap here. It looks like Rube is fighting a rough handling race car as well. Well, I'll check in with the leader. We haven't looked at him in a while. Yep, he's still there, still existing. Like half a lap ahead of the rest of the field. Not quite half a lap ahead of the rest of the field. As a 75 of Chuck Phelps falling a lap down to Rube, Oswald, and Warren. Very tough racetrack to tame here, the bull ring. As Kieran Church has it figured out. Does not have his internet figured out though. Rick Rube may inherit the lead. Rick Rube's going to inherit the lead as Kieran Church has dropped. Nope. Yep, nope. Is Kieran Church here? Kieran Church is here. Absolutely running away with this from the drop of the flag. Has the fastest lap of the race as well with a 13.88. The closest one to him is Jason Moore with a 13.91. Rube with a 9.2. Rice with a 9.8. Everyone else in the 14s. Tyler Rice has passed Jason Warren. Jason Warren having a struggling race car and is going to lose a couple points to Oswald in the championship, but has enough of a gap that he can afford to lose to tonight, as that race car is just not having it. Had a pretty solid piece and may have tweaked something when he found the wall and knocked it in the wrong direction. And it is bent loose and not bent fast. Tyler Rice looking to make a run back up. There is multiple seconds between everybody right now. Josh Oswald, second and a half behind Rube. Rube 4 whole seconds behind Kieran Church. Tyler Rice 3 seconds back from Josh Oswald. Jason Warren a second off the back of Rice, and Feltz and 90s both laps down. So I got nothing to really talk about for the next 30 laps. So bear with me as I struggle to find stuff to talk about. Yeah, Kieran Church absolutely dominating fashion tonight. Taking it right inside the double deuce coupe. Lots of wheel up with that. Got some help from Daniel Pope getting his settings set up right. And it's really paying off tonight and is absolutely lightning fast. One thing not lightning fast is his internet half the time. Down there using up the rumble strips there on the bottom. Really tough to find information, stats, and facts about this track because of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And every other short track in America called the Bull Ring. So we got 24 to go. Church 5 seconds over Rick Rube. Not quite half a lap, but pretty close. Man's out here in another zip code, just running away from second place Rick Rube. Rube has quite the gap over Oswald. Tyler Rice fairly far back behind the 17. Jason Warren even further back from him. Chuck Feltz, Matt 90s just out here cruising along. Kieran Church, big slide. Woo! Code Brown. That was almost big. That would have been absolutely terrible misfortune if Kieran managed to loop it there. He's got 5 seconds over Rube. He can really afford to back it down and just ride his race, but still pushing the envelope here with 17 to go. Kevin Kidder needs to do a post-race inspection on the Church car. Yeah, I think it might have a rocket booster or two underneath that thing, but that thing is checked out. $16 to go, coming up on the lap car of Chuck Phelps. And getting ready to lap Jason Warren. $14 to go. Underneath Phelps and gonna clear him. Putting Chuck another lap down. $13 to go. Is he gonna try and run down Warren for the bragging rights? Let's see. Laps dwindling down in rapid fashion. We're still busting off mid 14s, mid to low 14s here. Jason Warren loops it. And that is the yellow flag. We were so close to a green to checkered finish. And the number 45, fighting a loose race car, gasses it up, loops it around. Does a pretty good job of keeping it rolling, but not enough to satisfy iRacing race control. As that's going to rack them and stack them with under 10 to go. Chuck Phelps, the lucky dog recipient. Going to get a lap back. Gives a chance for Rick Rube, Josh Oswald, Tyler Rice to get one more stab at it. Erases the 5-second gap between them and Kiernan Church. Alrighty, we got them racked and stacked with 5 to go. Green flag is out. Oswald and Rube gonna duke it out for the second spot while Kiernan Church drives away. Josh Oswald on the bottom, Rube to the top. Rube stuck up top. Tyler Rice trying to pull up and capitalize. Oh, Rube loses it. Tyler Rice door to door with Oswald. Tyler Rice has the drive into turn 3 and 4. Gonna clear Oswald, be the sole possession of the second place spot. Oswald looking to get back after contact with Rube. Tyler Rice rubbing the rails on the wall there, flirting with disaster. We have popsicle sticks in the air from Barney. Here we go. Just 2 to go. Kieran Church has checked out almost a second over Tyler Rice. Here we go into 3 and 4. Josh Oswald going to show a nose. A little tap, say, hey, how you doing? White flag in the air. Josh Oswald drives it in. Bangs bars with TR. What contact there from Rube. Rube is going to slide underneath into 3 and 4. Here we go. Tyler Rice going to collect the 4th place paycheck. Josh Oswald finished second. Rick Rube in third. Tyler Rice voices his a little bit of displeasure there with the 81. At the checkered, Rube says, I'll give it back to you. A little bit of friendly, hey, how you doing? Kieran Church, your winner. Burning that thing down. Here comes the Thunderstruck Demo Derby. Rebels Thunderstruck Demo Derby. Alrighty, we'll throw up your feature results. And look for Rick Rube. Here we go. Hey, Rick, it's Alex up here in the booth. You got a copy?
I do, Alex.
Well, that was a pretty solid race there for you. Got a little western there last couple laps. Some door banging there with Tyler Rice, Josh Oswald. Go ahead and take us through your race.
Yeah, Kieran had us pretty well covered. I burned up the right rear quite badly early, and I was just trying to coast, hoping something would happen, but it never really did. That yellow flag was not my friend. Starting on the outside, I knew that was going to be trouble, and it played out pretty much how I expected. Oswald got under me, and then going into one, I didn't give him quite enough room when we got together, which let Tyler get under. And, hey, we giveth, we taketh away. We ended up getting back by him. It was fun at the end, but not really how we wanted to race.
Alrighty, next week, the Paperclip Martinsville. How you feeling about your shot there?
Well, I'm just going to tell you, I hate Martinsville. I'm not good there, but we'll see. You never know. I've been decent in these mods, so we'll find out.
Already got a friends, family sponsor, I think, before we get out of here.
Yeah, I want to thank the boys over at SPM, Revelry Racing, Daniel Pope, you guys for broadcasting these. That's pretty awesome. And Thunderstruck for putting this race on, all the events they do throughout the week. It's pretty cool.
Alrighty, hopefully we get a chance to talk to you next week.
I hope so.
Alrighty, that's your 3rd place. Let's go ahead and grab first loser. Hey, Josh, it's Alex up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you started off pretty far back there for a little bit. Picked your way around Tyler Rice and Jason Warren and got up to Rick Rube and never quite could get it done. Luckily, that caution came and able to bring her home 2nd place.
Yeah, I mean, I figured we were going to get a lot of green laps with the low car count. I mean, some of the bigger short track leagues have fired back up with the late model stock car, so we're losing some people, but it is the end of the season. It happens. I mean, and then green, white, checkered, a lot of Nerf bar banging, but came home 2nd. We'll take it, especially since, Warren couldn't handle his car tonight. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah,
but,
he
pretty funny.
Fell apart faster than the Russian Federation there at the end.
I mean, he looks like the Carolina Panthers in a rebuilding year.
Which one?
All of them. Ask Warren, he knows them all.
All righty. Next week we head to the Paperclip of Martinsville. How you feel about that track?
Oh, it'll be good. It'll be good. Martinsville's always fun.
All righty. Before we get out of here, you got any friends, family, sponsors you'd like to thank?
Thank you for doing the broadcast. Thunderstruck Super Series, Velocity Motorsports, the Pure Performance Motorsports, Big Frig Coolers, and my friends and family that watch at home.
Alrighty, that is 2nd place, Josh Oswald. Go ahead and grab your feature winner. Maybe. Hey, Kieran Salks up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
I just heard over the track PA 22 to the tech shed. Thoughts on that? Because I think they think you had a rocket underneath that thing because that thing was checked out.
Yeah, it was fast. Pretty much just got to thank Josh Oswald. He's been giving me setups for these modified races, and I'm glad at least this time I can win one instead of finishing second.
Well, you came really close there, lapping. I think it was Matt Nighty's to just absolutely throwing it away. In true Kieran Church fashion. Go ahead and take us through the rest of your race.
It was good. I didn't know if I was just trying to keep the car straight and not use the tires up, and I was hoping that was the case. But I was pulling away from those guys, and that was pretty much the only thing I could think of was I was hoping I wasn't going to burn my tires off, but it kept pretty much the same. It was just super easy to overdrive the turn. As you can tell, there was a few times where I got on the brakes a little too hard and it would do that, but I thought my race was over towards the end when I started having internet issues. It started blinking red on me and I had an abnormal lap, but luckily I came back.
Yeah, that was. I thought you were gonna lose another one to internet issues, but the old cactus internet stayed true.
Thank God.
All right, next week we head to Martinsville. How do you feel about that track? It's been a mixed bag up here tonight.
We'll see how it is. I haven't really driven them in the tour mod. I have laps around it and pretty much everything, but the mod too much. So we'll see how it goes.
Alrighty, before we get out of here, you got any friends, family, sponsors you like to thank?
I just got to think of Velocity Motorsports, Jet Designs, SPM, and you doing the broadcast. Everybody here at Thunderstruck. I know it's a smaller field today, but hopefully we can get some more cars and put on a better show for you guys.
Alrighty, that is your feature winner. And before we get out of here, we'll pop the schedule back up real quick. Get a good glance at it. Martinsville, Hickory, and Langley to round out the field. Let's see if maybe points are updated. Oh no, I got stuff in the way. No, points are not updated. Alrighty, well, so much for that quick and dirty idea. But that's all I got. As a wise man once said, Seacrest out.